I've never interrupted one of the shows to be like, okay, we're going to take a 3 minute and 27-second pause so I can go make another cup of coffee. But this might be the one. What's up, everybody?
Really, we haven't done that before?
Nope, have
We
never
should.
said
We should do an
coffee
intermission.
break. Yeah.
Let everybody go make themselves something to drink.
And then that YouTube thing of I gotta find it. So what you doing, Stu? What's up with you? What's up, Susan? What's up,
Oh man,
everybody?
just same stuff. Nothing
I
new.
understand. I understand life. So
Yep.
this is what we can do is when we do it. Here we go. I got something to share with the kids at home, and I don't know if this will. We're a little slow
It's all right.
today.
We're getting the people congregating as we warm
That's
up.
right. So
Well,
There we
thanks to
go.
Facebook, I'm still going live in places.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what we'll play. You ready, Stu?
Yep.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Beer and coffee. So, could you hear that sound?
Yes. Can't hear Stu now.
So is that our intro?
No, that's not the intro. That's the intermission.
Intermission music. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
got you.
when I'm having the shakes because I need another cup of coffee, that's what we're gonna play.
Well, Vicky's on point this morning. She's got her coffee.
Well, I'm proud of Vicky. She's better prepared than I was. So, Stu,
Yes, sir.
we're gonna do something kind of fun today. We're gonna take a look back 19 years.
Oof.
What were you doing 19 years ago?
What's
This
that?
month?
2005.
Yeah.
I was full speed on being self-employed. I had done
2005?
Yeah, I was full speed being self-employed at that time, and it was all online because I had spent about 99 to 2001 building a little bit of side business, and then after 9/11 I did some contracting, security contracting for a couple of years, and then by 2003 that money kind of started drying up.
Yeah.
And I decided, you know what, I'm going full speed working out and writing about it. And 2003, 2004, 2005 were like those years.
What was your first offer? What was your offer at that time?
Oh man. I was at that time really focused on building products. So I got the idea to come up with a fitness test for a certain group, like the FBI fitness test. And then I quickly realized I can do one of those books for every single fitness test out there. And I made it specific for that agency, the branch of service, whatever it was. I created those programs. So I was in pure writing mode. And as soon as I got one up, I, would punch it out to newsletters, and there wasn't Facebook back then, so it was mostly
those engines of wonderful, warm, accepting human interaction known as forums.
Yeah, forums. Yep, that was it. Forums. And what else was it? Search engine ads, like Google ads. I don't think Google ads was even up then. So yeah,
there you go.
But it all started to evolve, and adding in social media and videos, and so there you go.
So that's good. So you had your offers, you had your focus, you had your target audience, and you knew what you were doing, and it was massive action.
It was growing quick. I mean, I was doing a lot though. I was like burning the midnight oil, pumping out
20 years younger too, man. You were in your 30s. Yeah, I remember my 30s. I had lots of energy.
Yeah,
in my 30s.
I always laugh when somebody tells me they're old, too old for this, and they're like 30. I'm like, man, I wish I was 30.
Yeah,
What are you
no
talking
kidding.
about?
I could do some serious damage if I was
Oh,
30
man.
again. So here's what I want to do. We've been talking about offers this month, doing a lot in copy and content about offers and whatnot. I want to revisit one of the most successful offers we ever made and analyze why it was successful. I
That's a
think
good
it'd be
idea.
fun. I don't think you've ever seen this one. I know you didn't buy it.
Probably not.
You didn't even know who the hell I was
I-
back then. And so I think it'd be fun to look at this. We won't look at the whole thing. I mean, this thing is a blast from the past. Let me know in the comments any of my OGs who remember a little product called Mini Site Creator. Any of you who might have bought that product, pirated that product. It's like it was one of the most stolen and pirated products on eBay ever. People were taking it and burning CD copies and doing all kinds of crazy nonsense. Half of Terry's job was just getting those things taken down off of eBay, and she was quite militant about it, which
You
was
need
fun.
one of those. I'm telling you, because I'm just like now just writing it off as advertisement for every other thing that I do.
Yeah,
Like if I see it up there, I was just like advertisement.
Well, it's
Yeah.
sad now that we've caught some on the copywriting secrets, but I don't even know what they're actually giving away. It's
Yeah.
like they just took the sales page and they're just giving the front part of the sales page away. They're not even really giving any of the book away.
Yeah,
Wow.
just remember, kids, crack kills. Stay off the meth. Don't do drugs. So, want to take a look at this real quick and just talk about a few things from this offer. And one of the things I want to do is talk about the offer stack, which we will get to. But before we do that, I want to kind of talk about some things that work in sales copy that you don't really see as much anymore, and there's really no reason why you shouldn't see them because this stuff just straight freaking works. So for wow, Gus says pirated, but I didn't know who you were at the time, so we became friends and stopped stealing from me. I appreciate
That
that,
makes it
Gus.
better, right?
You're a
Yeah.
good guy. You're a good guy now, Gus. That's the kind of thing he would say. Okay, so for just bragging rights, who can tell me what this device here at the top of the sales letter is called? Just for grins. What is this area called?
Your hook?
Nope.
Oh no, you're talking about that. Okay, I see.
This is you're right, Susan. Susan's right. Susan got it. It is called a Johnson box.
And actually, I do not have any other comments on that at the moment.
So you won?
Yeah, Brad said pre-head.
Nope. That is not the pre-head.
Never heard of that.
It's called a Johnson box.
Good old Johnson box.
This is it's almost like it's the front end version on a sales letter of the PS. So the PS is supposed to restate everything because people scroll all the way down, read the PS, because that's like supposed to be the most important thing that forgot to put in the letter. So what the Johnson box does is it gives people something to read that is super, super important, that is sort of like a pre-head, but it just tells them something just straight out gangster that's going to get them pumped up. So if you look at this, fair notice, don't wait this time. And it's like, what? Don't wait this time. What's that about? Well, the Mini Site Creator course was originally introduced as a private e-class. It completely sold out in just 18 hours, leaving hundreds begging to get in. The entire e-class was turned into a comprehensive Mini Site Creator home study course. And I expect this first run with limited bonuses to sell out fast. So I urge you to read this entire letter right now. So what this does is it said, okay, something cool happened. I guess I missed out on. I don't like missing out on stuff. The original version of whatever this is sold out in less than a day, and a whole bunch of people were begging to get in. It must be pretty cool. and then they turned it into a comprehensive course, but there's a limited run. Now, that limited run, yeah, Brad says this is good copy. I said, yeah, that's good copy, Brad. And it's good copy because it sold a crap ton of stuff. It was a limited run. It was as much, Susan and I were making these damn things by hand in my little white house with the CD stomper spring-loaded thing, trying to get those little paper labels.
Not in the discs.
Mm-hmm. Well, that wasn't until like 2 years later.
No, that's true.
We bought a robot.
Do we have just the one burner then? Because I think we had the one person who was pull it out, stomp it, and keep moving.
But then we were getting behind, so we were burning them on every computer that we had in the house. It was like a real cottage industry, man. I'm surprised I didn't cut the tip of my finger off sticking in the middle of those damn CDs, getting them out.
We weren't close enough to equipment to do that.
True. All right. So here's our big hook. Finally, a quick and easy way for you to painlessly set up your own money-making mini websites without being a computer geek, buying expensive software, or paying outrageous fees to a webmaster. Now, I'm not going to say anything, but that hook is dang similar to one used by a lot of funnel building softwares over the years, especially paying outrageous fees to a webmaster or being held hostage by a webmaster. So now this is your whole headline package. This is something that works really well. Something that's been around forever is basically having a subheadline, which in this case, subheadline is which of these mini sites do you want to create? And then having bullets, one-page sales letter, simple newsletter, affiliate showcase, an article archive, or Google AdWords landing page. And that's new, as indicated by this genuine animated GIF with the obnoxious new. So what that does, though, is it also creates some curiosity of, okay, I know what a one-page sales letter is, simple newsletter. I don't know what an affiliate showcase is or an article archive, and this Google AdWords landing page thing sounds kind of cool. And at the time, one of the things that people were doing, AdWords had come out in 2005, and people were doing everything from the AdWords millions or whatever the hell it is, or AdSense. So, or maybe Google AdWords, AdSense hadn't come out, but AdWords had. I don't think AdSense
I think so, because
came.
one of the things you had me doing was building those pages when AdSense, like we hit the quit smoking page.
Yeah. Okay. It's a blur because we were working like 12 hours a day, 6 days a week.
Yes.
Now look at this last.
Kids. They had no responsibilities.
They got it easy. All right. Whatever type of mini site it is, give me 3 weeks and I'll teach you everything you need to know to create and post your own professional level mini sites. And I'll even throw in all the software, website templates, and 2 months deluxe web hosting you need to get started for free. That's pretty good. Like in today's world, you could probably have a VSL there and a button and people would be buying just based on what's going on over here. But you notice right here, I got another thing, another Johnson box, because what I'm trying to do is just have a conversation real fast with people. Are you constantly thinking of little websites that you could set up to make money? Do you see the massive amount of opportunity on the internet? Are you being held back because you lack the skills and expertise of how to set up an effective money-making website? If you answered yes to any of these questions, this may be the most important letter you read all year. Why? Because once you learn this simple process, you can create as many mini sites as you want, as often as you want, whenever you want. So now I've started addressing what? Objections, the little inner voice. I'm entering the conversation going on in the prospect's mind of what's going on. And now we get into the letter. Now, I'm not going to read this, all right? But It's straight problem, agitate, solve. Okay. And basically it's saying, you know, basically anything you do online, one of the things they tell you to do is to go set up a website, set up a newsletter, set up a whatever, but there's one big hole in the material. You need a website or the ability to get a website set up fast and easy. And then I went through all the scenarios of what they want to do. So if we look at the secondary reading path on this, you need a website or the ability to get a website set up fast and easy. I don't know about you, but this situation frustrated the hell out of me. Until now, these were the options people gave you to get a website set up. You hire, Elance or Rent-A-Coder. I miss Rent-A-Coder. Basically, hire somebody, use some complicated software, or use a template builder. Well, those suck. So we eliminated the usual things. So now it's never been easier or cheaper to set up your own money-making mini sites. So I figured it out. I had some challenges, basically getting it designed, credit cards, follow-up, delivering products. I mean, these are all the same challenges that people are facing today. It seemed like every simple little thing you need to do takes a month to figure out. We've talked about that, haven't we, Stu? I call those the little 30-second jobs that seem to take 20 hours to figure out. So anyway, introducing the solution. These were the only kind of pictures we'd take of Susan for a long time. We would just take a picture of the back of her head. In fact, we sent out a Christmas card with that one time, I think. That was the joke. But
it was Life Wilson.
Why are you, answer the question. Why are you teaching this? Why are you offering this? Well, I needed to train my assistant and I needed to create a course to train her. True story. And figured if I'm going to teach her, I might as well teach everybody exactly how I do what I do. So now you can get your hands on it. Now, why should I listen? Who's Jim Edwards and why should I listen to him? All right. So I give you 8 reasons. Now we start supporting any claims with a testimonial. Look at this one. I spent 2 years trying to learn what Jim's mini site creator taught me in 2 weeks. So here's what you'll learn from each week in the mini site creator home study course. You'll also notice something that a lot of people don't do, including myself. I need to get back in the habit. What's accompanying each of these pictures? When there's a picture, what's with the picture? A caption.
Oh, yeah.
Because other than headlines, captions are the most read text on any page. So my niece using this
for the 8-second attention span to go.
Yeah, it's a good draw to.
Yeah, I just
right.
bought the magazine for the articles. I bought it for the pictures. All right. My niece using the skills she learned in the Mini-Site Creator Home Study course to now become my full-time webmaster. So if you combine that with this secondary reading path, you know exactly what this whole thing's about. So then we come down to this next one. Each CD-ROM in the Mini-Site Creator Home Study course comes loaded with hours of step-by-step screen capture video that shows you exactly what to do and how to do it right on your own computer screen. There's no better way to quickly gain the critical skills you need to create money-making mini sites. This picture right here, I took on the carpet in our office upstairs in the little white house, and that's my pro level picture. We sat there. It was right in the middle of the rug upstairs before it got all dirty and
yeah, but I forgot it was white.
Yeah, there you go. It was a while ago.
Yeah, I did the same thing on my pool table.
There you go.
Yeah.
So in this course, you'll discover. So now I'm telling them what to do, and I'm removing objections. You're not a techno dummy. I'll fill in the blanks that others leave out. So then, lesson by lesson by lesson, each CD-ROM, I listed off all the stuff that it's gonna show them how to do, but it's all based around objections they would have as to why they couldn't do it. Okay, what you do and don't need to know about how mini sites work, 3 different types of mini sites, the truth about what makes a good domain name, how to pick a great web host, We give you the complete HTML software you need to create your mini sites. So, and that's just the first CD. Plus, there's an audio lesson, which basically translates into, we recorded a teleseminar I did. And same thing with this next one. And the next one. And the next one. All right. So I also threw in a cool
arrow.
What's that?
I need to grab that arrow.
That arrow is freaking mint.
Yeah,
right?
that would totally get attention.
I got that arrow off of a CD-ROM that I bought in the bargain bin at CompUSA. 1,000 animated GIFs. So now, very special bonus software not available anywhere else, the Ultimate Subscription Box. So one of the things that people used to bitch about was, I don't have a list. I don't have anybody to follow me. So I got a piece of software and I'm going to let you use it. All right. So I got all kinds of stuff. So now what's the big thing? Once I get one of these mini sites up though, how am I going to get somebody to come take a look at it? Well, here you go. Special limited time bonus CD, the Google AdWords Gold Rush. And I interviewed a guy named Perry Marshall, who has since gone on to become one of the biggest experts ever on AdWords. He's an interesting cat. Very interesting. Good dude. Got a good heart. I like Perry. So I did an interview with him. And so that was the thing. I mean, I'm eliminating objections, right? Now, interestingly enough, this thing was priced at $397. In a later edition, we priced it to $297, and we took this and did it as an order bump for 100 something bucks. And more people, and we actually made more money by lowering the price and repositioning this bonus as an order bump, interestingly enough.
Nice.
So now we're doing the urgency and stuff. You know, this bonus CD included no extra charge, will only be included in the first run of the course. The first run is 1,000 sets. I'm giving 14 sets away, so that only leaves 986. So it's not like I'm using some kind of bullshit where I'm saying I'm only going to sell 20 of these, okay? I say right up front, I got 986 copies of this course, and I fully expect them all to sell it, and they did.
Nice.
And, you know, I've also... You know, we're going to go out to 250,000 people, so I'm not too worried about this thing selling out. So it's, again, people can sniff out the BS. Oh, we only printed 20 of these, and so the next 22 people that, and just come on. People can smell that stuff. I just straight gangster told them I got 1,000 of these printed, and they're going to fly off the shelves, and they did. So once all the first run is sold, I'm going to eliminate the extra bonuses or most likely change them over to an upsell, that's exactly what I did. So limited time bonus CD, I'm trying to get down to the summary of the thing.
Didn't we have on one of these iterations of these sales letters the strike through with the numbers as we got that lower in inventory?
Yeah, we did that on the course. We did that on the original mini course. I mean, not mini course, but on the live course, we were doing them out. We were crossing them out. That's when we did it. And now we're eliminating a whole bunch of stuff. We want people to understand what this is not. It's not how to use Photoshop. It's not how to write sales copy. It's not how to create graphics from scratch. Not how to use Front Page or Dreamweaver or other expensive software. We provide everything you need as far as software. Not how to identify a niche. Not how to install PHP. Not how to generate traffic. Not how to get ranked in search engines. Not how to market your products. Though what I teach you fits perfectly. All right, now, who should buy this? Who should not buy this? Anyone who likes to whine, moan, or complain. So as you can see, I have been rather acerbic in my copy for decades.
Yeah.
This is nothing new.
This is Jim Edwards.
All right, heard enough, ready to get your copy? Click here. Now, if you're wondering, blah, 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 blah. So now, what did people have to say? Now, at this point, you're wondering, okay, what do the people who bought the original E-Class have to say? So now it's testimonial, 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 testimonial. Holy shit, I'm not going to read them, but it must have been pretty good. I'll just read these things. And if you just read these little quotes that I pulled and I made them the display quotes, all of a sudden this must be good. But I probably need to be really good at, stuff and be real technical. What skills do you need to take the Mini Site Creator Home Study course? Basic typing skills, surf the web, know the difference between left and right mouse click, know what copy and paste means, can use a basic word processor like Microsoft Word, you know the difference between graphics and text, you own a PC with a CD-ROM drive, sorry, no Macs, yeah, screw you, Mac, and you have a burning desire to learn once and for all. If you
This was
answered
back
yes,
at a time before jobs had cornered a portion of the market.
yes. Well, also because Macs were like expensive, and yeah, I wouldn't have flipped the bird to the Mac owners if I'd have known if we could have made it work. We just couldn't make it work with them. So
Yeah, because I think we had to have like some extra piece, because we always had people writing in the help desk. They would buy it, and then they would need like an extra, I think it was called Wine, WINE, to be able to run what
it
they
was a
needed.
PC emulator on your Mac,
Yeah.
which there you go. All right, so act now and receive all these bonuses. So here's all the goodies. All right, all the HTML FTP software you need, dozens of professionally done HTML templates, exclusive clip art sources, free places to get content, 2 months free hosting, a listing in the Mini Site Creator directory, and a chance to be featured in Success Stories Exposed, Google AdWords, Gold Rush bonus, and my most burning question script. So become a Mini Site Creator Ninja in 90 days or less, or your money back. So I gave a 90-day money back guarantee. So what's it worth? Let's get to the bottom line. What's it worth to get 20 hours of step-by-step instruction? So again, here's what you get. You get the bonuses. You don't have to pay 10 grand. It's just $397, but there's a catch. Only going to get that on the first run. So again, I got the urgency and scarcity built in. Now, you might be asking, Jim, are you really going to pull those bonuses, or is just one of those marketing gimmicks? I want you to notice a couple things. There are no fake date scripts in this website. There's only one income claim they made on this website. Anybody who knows me knows when I say something, I mean it. Here's the absolute bottom line. If you want the course, if you want the bonus CD, act now, buy the course. If you don't buy now and you decide to buy later, you're most likely to have to pay at least $100 more for the bonus CD, because when the first run sold out, free bonus is gone. It's that simple. Don't wait, grab it. So single payment $397, which, that's kind of cheap. Well, in today's dollars, that'd be almost a $700 offer. So thanks, inflation. Or you can do a 3-pay of $137. Why is it so cheap? Now you might be thinking, damn, it ain't cheap, but he's saying, why is it so cheap? Oh, is this cheap? Now there's some psychology going on there. You ask them, why is the price of your Mini Site Creator Home Study course so cheap compared to all the other guru courses out there costing at least $1,000 or more? So anybody who's sitting there thinking, wow, that's kind of expensive, reads that and goes, oh, people are saying this is cheap, and he's having to answer the question why it's so cheap. All right, I remember what it was like. I have a selfish interest in putting this in many people's hands as possible, because if I train everybody up, I'll lock up the niche. That about wraps it up. Act now. It's interesting looking back on this. I actually was in discussion with a couple of programmers to create software to build mini sites, which mini sites are just another way of saying funnels. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. But it's just interesting to see everything that we were doing 20 years ago with all this stuff and how it's evolved with funnel software and other stuff that people are doing. I agree, Susan. So anyway, there you go. So looking at the offer and, just looking at this offer stack, what would be the objections? Did Stu leave?
Yeah, there's that. It comes back on.
Okay.
And oh,
Okay.
Sorry,
What's
push
up,
the wrong
Stu?
button.
That's okay. But if you just real quick talking about eliminating objections with offer elements, I don't want to have to buy a bunch of software. I don't know what software to buy. You're teaching on the software that I don't own. I don't have FTP software. It's going to cost me $300 or $400 in software just to
Front
do what
page
you're
is
teaching me.
$400.
Right. Front page was not cheap. So we include all the software that you need. Now, there's a selfish reason for doing that too, because if I include the software, then I know they're going to be able to use the software that I'm teaching from. Dozens of professionally designed HTML templates. The objection there is, I don't know how to design HTML. I don't know how to design a page. I don't know how to design. Fine, here you go. I don't know where or how to get graphics. Here's all your clip art sources. I don't know where or how to get content for my site. Here's free places to get content. I don't know who or where to get my website hosted. Here's 2 months of free website hosting to get you going. Now, what that infers is that while you're not making any money yet, you don't have to pay for hosting. And within 60 days, you ought to be able to at least cover the price of your hosting. Nobody's going to be able to find me or find my software or find my stuff that I'm selling. We'll list you in the mini site creator directory. And I don't know how to get eyeballs on my website. Well, we'll show you how to do that, how to build a product, how to build a list. Then we take away all the stuff. I'll be honest with you, this has really got my brain turning. Like, I need to go back and look at my own damn offer and how I structured everything.
What's interesting is where you put the who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I feel, further down than what we've been doing recently. And I'd like to see how that would be, because no offense, people are more worried about what their problem is themselves than who you are. They just make sure that you're not going to take away from them and run off with their money and sell their information on the dark web.
They don't give a rat's butt who you are.
I know. They make sure you're not going to take advantage of them and run off and sell them their stuff on the dark web.
Right. The only time they care is after they're sold on the product and they're like, whoa, this sounds really good. Who's the chucklehead who's pitching me on this? Yeah. So you're right. And then the recap and some other stuff that I did on there, we need to really take another look at. Yeah. I agree.
Mini site creator, you had that locked up pretty well for a while.
Yeah, like 5 years.
Well, I mean, that's longer than the average attention span these days. So
well, it wasn't 5 years. It was more like 3 years. Where the reason why everything went to hell was when John got blown up in Iraq. And yeah, Mini Site Creator 2, I made that to help him learn how to make mini sites and stuff. And that was the first funnel building software. But my heart just wasn't in it. The Net Reporter was going, and I just kind of, then WordPress came out and everybody was using WordPress, and we tried to use WP Mini Site Creator, and it just changed so fast. And I didn't want to be in the software development business. So of course now we're in the software development business.
On your terms.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Good point. So, Stu, you've been awful quiet. What are some thoughts? What are your thoughts on this?
No, I mean, I think like everybody is in the comment section is commenting that 1, excellent copy, and 2, just, yeah, it was a long form sales letter, but it answered every single obstacle and question somebody would have before they made a purchase.
Yeah.
All I had to do is read. And usually before I make an investment into something, I really try to research it, not only on that page, but maybe on another page that's talking about it, right? Getting testimonials and reviews of it as well before I actually make that investment. But, with that, it was all right there. I was that made the purchase point easier, I guess, is the goal of that, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, that thing sold millions. It really did. It's That's bullshit. Awesome. I mean, millions. That bought a house on the water and a Rolls Royce.
Well, and it sounds in a way that you need to be in it to actually be invested in it, because like most people, if you're not in it, then you half rear end it.
What do you
Which
what
is
do you mean
really
in it? Like you're actually doing it, or what do you mean
like you
in it?
really want to be doing it. Like when you did Mini Site Creator, there was the excitement of, okay, we're going to bring somebody in, we're going to train them, and because of the fact that we're training them, we can train all these other people. There is that genuine, I really care about this and want this to be something that helps a lot of people.
And it really had to work.
Right. Yeah, but you wanted it
that's
to
the
work. Whereas but you also knew that where you were using it, I mean, here I am 20 years later, I'm only going to flake out on you. That might have been part of, you knew that the second time you did it, that individual really had more of a heart of being more in a
doing something else.
different role.
Yeah.
Not really in a building websites role.
Yeah.
So that makes a difference too, when you can pick up on whether or not the individual is interested in what you're showing them. That affects you as well.
Yeah, I think so. And other stuff going on too. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, Jim. I think there's probably a need for this type of quick website again. Yeah, I think it's going to come around. You know, a lot of people go to websites for information and content and, you know, stay there for a while and just read through stuff. Whereas, you know, you link this up to a social media campaign with a link in the heading, boom, right to that sales page. You know, that's kind of like attention span addressing methodology there, I think.
I think you're right, and I think what's happening is that the world, everything goes in cycles, right? And so when it's like everybody has to just keep turning 180 degrees. The world of doing this, the world that we're talking about creating, just let's talk about just making offers to the world, an offer for your book, an offer for your coaching program, an offer for your video series, whatever it is. We went from simple to complicated as hell, like feeling like you need a PhD just to get the damn thing up with all these software platforms. And I think that there is a need for a simpler solution. You know, Shopify to a degree, I think, does that. You know, once you get over that everything's got that initial learning curve. But I think the simple approach of getting something up and just making an offer, having all the right parts in all the right places, and doing it quickly so that you can test, I think is really where everybody needs to be. And I don't know if someone were to pin me down to say, okay, what's the fastest way that I could get an offer up and on the web, like in an afternoon, if I'm a new person, I honest to God don't know exactly what I would tell them to do. Susan?
I would suggest site, showing them how to get the site, get it set up, then using what's built into cPanel on most servers to put up the WordPress site. Then a simple, the 2023 theme from WordPress. Copy-wise, that's where Copy and Content comes in, because it'll help you with creating your offer. But then you can use CopyandContent.AI to get your draft or get your copy to put on the page. I mean, that would be it. Now, cart-wise.
Hey, let me ask you a quick question. Just total, just random question. This is something I would like for you and I to test out this afternoon if we can. Okay. In that 2023 theme or whatever it is, have you tried just copying and pasting HTML from like an HTML page into a page on the 2023 theme? Have you just tried just straight up?
But it wouldn't be a hard test.
Let's try that this afternoon. I just want to try that this afternoon. I want to run I have a couple tests in my head that I want to try lickety split quick.
I will tell you this. I've taken HTML pages from my old StuSmith.com site and put them up on my StuSmithFitness.com site, which is in Shopify.
Yeah.
Just using HTML.
Right.
And cut and paste it. And set it up right from there, and it worked.
Shopify does.
It's a WYSIWYG style.
That was my question. It's Wizzy.
Yeah.
It's a WYSIWYG style,
but it has an HTML
thing.
button that you can. Yeah.
Right, like old school, like
Yeah.
like when we were kids.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but see, unfortunately, the thing of it is, everybody complains about the changes, but they have to happen because unfortunately, there are the bugs, and everybody with a nefarious purpose is out there looking for those holes to take advantage of people.
Right.
Yeah, you've got to babysit. Yes, you've got to watch it, but you've got to, because unfortunately, you've got people out there looking to do bad things.
I understand, but my point though is that Shopify is like $1 billion platform. They're
Right.
watching
And
out
they're
for
back
stuff.
there probably tweaking things as well, watching for those holes. They have to.
Right. Exactly. But my question on that is your Shopify site mobile friendly?
Oh, yeah.
When you're using that WYSIWYG editor, is what it outputs automatically user friendly as opposed to, or not user friendly, but mobile friendly, as opposed to the way that the funnel builders are using the blocks and stuff?
It looks user friendly to me, Jim. I mean, everything I post up on Shopify, I also check it on my Instagram or on my phone.
Yeah.
And every article, just posted an article today, and yeah, it's even charts look good.
So StuSmithFitness.com, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking at your blog. Huh. Okay. Okay. Well,
I'm a fan. It's the easy button for me.
Okay.
I mean,
well, let's try a couple tests this afternoon, Susan, on that theme, just for grins. Okay. Cool. That's pretty much all I got for today.
And that was a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we want to launch in anything else or any kind of a cool demo or anything. I know.
How would your authority site builder work for in this generation of building your website?
Well, the authority site Genie is all about getting the words that you put on your site however you're building it.
Right.
So however you're building it, you would literally copy and paste the words over into your builder, format them in the builder, and then publish it however you do it.
Nice.
So we're pretty agnostic on that stuff. Okay. Well, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. Anybody got any questions out there?
We do have one from Terry. She asks, is a Johnson box just a box with a different colored background and a compelling message?
Yes.
Different font?
No, not different font. I mean, it needs to look good as opposed to what I would do when I was my own designer. But the purpose of the Johnson box is to call out something. Excuse me. Call out to the audience in a way that brings their attention to, usually it's a limited quantity, limited time, an urgency, a scarcity, a kind of a did you know or something like that just is like a, hey, pay attention. And so there you go. Sorry, I'm looking at some weird comment.
I like it.
But that's literally what it's for. I mean, if you look at this, this is more about creating intrigue and questions and opening loops in somebody's mind than anything else. Fair warning, don't wait this time, or fair notice, don't wait this time. So that's really what it's for.
I may try a strategy of that in some of my articles. Just see, depending on what I'm talking about, in that article, I may put one of those in there just to see how it works.
So let me give you an example of how you might do that. When you were talking about the obesity thing, you know, imagine a box that's a different color that obviously stands out. That's why like yellow and stuff like that, you know, yellow's caution.
Yeah.
You know, the greatest threat to national security is actually obesity, not nuclear weapons or domestic terrorism. You want to talk about
That's a good one, man.
like, holy what? And that's the whole purpose. Like, what?
Yeah. Damn.
And then they're like, okay, I got to see what's up, you know?
All right. Done today, Jim. Done
Like
today.
if I was going to come out with a piece of software, make 10 times the money with this free software as with any $300 a month funnel builder. And it can also be used as a way to, okay. Or another example would be if you, and this is where it's almost like it can be other stuff, where it's just another way to hook people. But could be something just as easy as if you're paying $300 a month for a funnel builder software, you're being ripped off, and here's why.
Damn. Go hard, Jim.
And
Go
then
hard.
I mean, hey,
I love it.
So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do. But the Johnson box, if y'all want
I
to
love
know
it.
more about my Johnson box, I'm happy to Susan, you knew it was coming. You thought you had made it all the way through. She's like, man, he's not going to
No,
go
I
there.
didn't think I made it all the way through. I know better. I was just waiting.
No, you almost thought we'd made it. You were relaxed. You thought maybe he's just going to let it go, but you knew it. I'd have to say, if you want to know more about my Johnson box,
So why don't you have a Johnson box genie?
Ah, dang.
Add it into the opt-in. Can we use it on a master class? We have a Johnson box.
we
Is it
sort
one
of
master class?
we sort of do on this last one,
Okay.
but yeah, I like that.
I like what
that
Brad said. It's the fear of missing out box.
Yeah, can be. That can be one of the things.
FOMO box.
Yeah, it can be. I'll
That's
put
what that's what the kids are saying, Jim.
That's in the holding tank now, Susan. That's good. Johnson box genie. I like that.
I mean, add to the sales letter.
Love it.
Or it can be a standalone.
Either one.
But yeah, I could add that to the sales letter super genie. Okay, cool. All right.
We both.
I'm good.
So what should people do, Jim? They should get the sales letter super genie fired up and set one of these babies up on a one-page website.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Every time anybody predicts or says the death of the one-page sales letter, they're just idiots. It's not. I mean,
it's gonna die in email marketing, guys.
I will tell you this, Jim. Everything I buy online has a one-page sales letter attached to it.
At some point, something explaining what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
Now, if you really want to analyze here, we're going to go over there real quick. I guess we weren't done. We're going to go over to Amazon, and what would be something we could look for? We'll look at 21 irrefutable laws of leadership. Okay. So how does this relate to any of the things we were talking about? So this is John Maxwell's book. You're like, oh, that's a book, Jim. Okay, well, we got the title, which is the headline. Then we've got some credibility stuff that people are conditioned for, which is the ratings and rankings and stuff. That's interesting. Is this an Audible? There's no book description. That's weird. Where am I?
Might be further down, or you might have to click to read it.
Where would I click? Usually the description's right here.
Scroll down a little bit. I bet it's underneath
Nope.
where the rankings are.
Just
No?
highlights,
Huh.
which, and then about John Maxwell, related stuff, testimonials, and pictures. So
Yeah,
you can see a lot of the same.
He's so good, he doesn't need descriptions.
He's like, yeah, man, people just, I put my name on it, people buy it, dude. You know, and there you go. So we got our hook title, we got a picture, we got this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of the same elements, you know,
Or is
editorial
Amazon
reviews.
testing something where they're taking off the description to see what happens, depending
Maybe.
on notoriety.
But I mean, if you look at this, it's like, hey, this is what it is. People like it. Here's a bunch of other crap. Who's this chucklehead? You know, it is what it is. But a lot of those same elements, you know, what do people need in order to make a buying decision for you to have an offer? You know, a hook headline, know who your audience is, have a picture of the thing that you're selling, real good description, make them an offer. I mean, why do you think, look at this real quick, and then I'll let you go. I'll let you kids go early. A lot of times over here, they'll have, depending on the thing, they'll have a price crossed out. When something's really selling, Amazon will discount it and just take that out of their cut. So, I mean, you'll see where they're making you a special deal and other things like that. Let me see if I can find one that does that. See, buy new, 43% off. So, I mean, they have all these different little things that they use to make things more appealing. Anyway, good enough. We talked enough. The only way we could say less would be to say more. If you're not a member of CopyandContent.AI, you should be. Check us out. Tons of tools, great things coming. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye, everybody.